Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Azin's Art, and this is my little corner of the world. I'm a passionate artist who finds peace in colors, textures, and nature. Through this channel, I'll be sharing my canvas creation inspired by quiet countryside dreams, freedom, and soulful moments. For those who crave serenity in their space, this is for you. This is my first video on YouTube, and in this video, I will be taking you with me as I create a new painting, one that comes straight from my heart. It's a peaceful moment for me, a way to disconnect from the noise of everyday life and reconnect with my soul. For a long time I carried the weight of the world in my chest, not in my hands where I could put it down, but in my chest, tight, heavy, invisible to everyone but me. And somehow in the middle of all that noise, the expectation, the disappointments, the should have beens, I forgot the sound of my own soul. Painting saved me. It wasn't about making beautiful things at first. Honestly, it was about survival. It was about having escape, a canvas where I didn't have to explain myself, where the colors understood me better than words ever could. My brush became a confession, every stroke a story I hadn't told. Every color a feeling I hadn't named, and little by little I began to forgive, not just other people, but myself. I forgave the parts of me that stayed too long in places that didn't feel like home. I forgave the mistakes I made when I didn't know better and the ones I made when I did. I realized forgiveness isn't a matter or a grand ceremony. It's quiet, it's subtle. Sometimes it's choosing a soft blue over a harsh red. Sometimes it's leaving a canvas unfinished because I no longer need to fight for perfection. And in that silence, when the world's demands faded, when the opinions blurred, I met myself again. I learned that the noise outside is relentless. The voices telling you who you should be, how you should feel, what you should want, they're everywhere. Social media conversations, family dinners, even your own inner critic dressed up in someone else's voice. And if you're not careful, you'll start painting with someone else's brush. But the thing about the soul is that it never stops calling you home. You just have to be quiet enough to hear it. For me, that meant putting down the phone, turning off the screens, saying no to the things that didn't light up for me, even when it disappointed people. I started waking up earlier, sitting with my coffee in silence, letting the paint decide where it wanted to go, instead of forcing it into neat little boxes. And in those still moments, I realized the soul speaks in color. It speaks in the feeling of wet paint between your fingers, in the way a sunset makes you ache, in the calm after a storm you thought would break you. It speaks in the things you create with no one's watching. And so, my painting became a conversation with myself, a promise to listen, to forgive, to heal. I don't paint for praise anymore. I don't paint to prove my worth. I paint because it reminds me of who I am, beneath all the noise. A soul messy and sacred, flawed and infinite. And if my work ever touches someone else, it's because it came from a place that was honest, a place beyond ego, beyond approval, a place I built in the quiet. So if you're carrying the weight too, if you've forgotten the sound of your soul, sit down. Pick up whatever feels like home to your hands. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to make sense. Just start. Because beneath the noise, you're still in there. And you are worth coming home to. And if any of this spoke to you, if it reminded you of your own journey, your own quiet moments, or even just made you pause for a second, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below, share your thoughts, your story, or even your favorite color to paint with. This space is for us. And if you'd like to be part of more conversations like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There is so much more to uncover together. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.